Picture this. You are sitting at your desk right now, just staring at your monitor.
We've all been there.
Right. You are trying to get a single, seemingly simple project out the door. But take a look at your browser window.
It's probably a disaster zone.
Exactly. You probably have one tab open for your content management system where you're actually trying to write. You've got another tab open for whatever AI tool you're using to, like, help draft or summarize your research.
Yeah, of course.
You have a completely different platform loaded up for your analytics, and then probably buried somewhere under all of those open windows is yet another clunky, frustrating portal for security.
Oh, the identity verification portals.
Yes. Security, organizational compliance, all that. So you are jumping back and forth, copying from one screen, pasting into another.
And you're completely losing your train of thought in the process.
Completely. It is the overwhelming, just fragmented reality of modern digital workspaces.
Yeah, it really is.
And we just blindly accept it, right? We accept that doing complex work means wrestling with a dozen disconnected tools.
Which is wild when you think about it.
It is, but I mean, what if it didn't have to be that way? What if there was a single operational hub that actually coordinated all of this seamlessly?
You know, that fragmentation you're describing, it isn't just a minor annoyance for the user.
Yeah.
No, it is one of the biggest drains on productivity and honestly on data integrity today.
Right.
We are essentially asking human beings to be the manual bridge between entirely separate software ecosystems.
That sounds exhausting.
It is exhausting. And from a systems perspective, it leaves a massive amount of room for error.
Because you're just copying and pasting.
Exactly. When data has to be manually carried from an AI prompt to a publishing platform and then to an audit log, things get lost or altered.
Well, that exact frustration is what we are tackling in today's deep dive.
I'm excited for this one.
Me too. We are analyzing a June 2026 article by Maurizio Rossari. It's titled SYRAG Web Dashboard, a real system behind the scenes.
A very telling title, actually.
Yeah, and our mission today is to explore how this specific system acts as, well, much more than just a pretty administrative screen. We are going to look at how it functions as a robust coordination layer for modern digital work.
It's a really deep architectural shift.
It is. Okay, let's unpack this, because right out of the gate in this article, Rossari emphasizes something specific.
What's that?
He says that when you look at this project, you can actually feel that it was built for real use, not just for a demo.
Right.
Why does the author make that specific distinction so early on? Like, why does that matter?
Well, it sets the baseline for everything that follows. I mean, in the software development world, it is incredibly easy to build a slick user interface.
Sure, just make it look pretty.
Exactly. You can create a dashboard that looks visually stunning, but is essentially hollow underneath. It's vaporware.
Ah, right. So you click a button and
nothing really happens on the back end. Or, it just pulls from a static file of heavily mocked up data.
Just designed to look impressive in a pitch meeting or something.
Precisely. Rossari is making the argument that the SYRAG Web Dashboard is the exact opposite of that.
Okay.
He highlights that it is deeply functional. It brings together content creation, artificial intelligence, web publishing, and trust verification into one practical system.
So it's not just a fresh coat of paint over an old database.
Far from it. Actually, Rossari's article outlines how the system features fully dedicated operational areas.
Like what?
Well, areas for internal messages, for email routing, for system audits, an active AI assistant, and a knowledge base.
Wow. All of that in one place.
Yeah, he frames it as a working platform designed to handle the heavy, unglamorous lifting of digital governance.
Rather than just a proof of concept to, secure a quick round of startup funding.
Exactly. It's built to actually be used.
But, okay, knowing that it handles all of those heavy processes creates a pretty obvious problem, doesn't it?
Yeah, give me.
Well, if this single dashboard is actively managing content creation, AI workflows, email routing, live publishing, and compliance audits all at the exact same time,
Right.
how does it not just buckle under its own weight?
That is the big question.
I mean, usually when a piece of software tries to be a jack of all trades, it ends up being a master of none.
Oh, absolutely.
The interface gets slow, the memory gets bloated, and the whole thing just crashes your browser.
Nobody wants.
Right. Yet, the article details a very specific modular architecture designed to prevent that exact scenario.
Yeah, and the secret lies in the fact that the dashboard itself does not actually try to do everything alone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. According to the architecture Rosari describes, the user interface connects to a central gateway.
Okay.
The source code refers to this as the SYRAG Agent Gateway.
SYRAG Agent Gateway. Got it.
Think of this gateway as a highly efficient traffic controller.
And from that gateway, it reaches out to highly specialized modules, right?
Exactly.
Because Rosari lists them out in the text. And honestly, even just hearing the names gives you a sense of the scale we are talking about here.
They are pretty descriptive.
Yeah. There's SYRAG Auth Middle for authentication.
Right.
SYRAG Content Manager, SYRAG Enterprise Baseline, SYRAG KB Manager for the knowledge base, a testing module called SYRAG Lab, and something called SYRAG Time Chain Validator.
Which is a fascinating one.
I want to dive into what those actually mean in a second, but first, how does the dashboard talk to them without getting bogged down?
What's fascinating here is that the code uses what are called proxy routes.
Proxy routes?
Yeah, for the lab, the assistant, the content, and the gateway functions. A proxy route basically acts like a specialized tunnel.
Okay, a tunnel.
So when you, as the user, ask the dashboard to, say, analyze a piece of text using AI, the dashboard doesn't load up a massive language model in your browser.
Yeah, goodness.
Right. Instead, it instantly forwards your request down a proxy route directly to the dedicated AI module. That module does all the heavy computational lifting on the back end.
And then
it sends just the final text response back through the tunnel to your screen.
I love trying to visualize this. It's like a highly efficient restaurant expediter.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Right. The dashboard, the expediter, isn't in the back of the kitchen, chopping vegetables, grilling steaks, or plating the salads.
Because if they were, it would be a disaster.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If the person taking the orders was also trying to cook the food, the whole restaurant would grind to a halt in 10 minutes.
Absolutely.
Instead, the dashboard stands at the front, taking your incredibly complex order and routing it to the specialized chefs in the kitchen.
It is a really good starting point for an analogy, but we can actually take it a step further to really capture the mechanism here.
Oh, how so?
Well, imagine if that restaurant expediter didn't even have to physically carry the plates.
Okay.
Imagine they could just instantly teleport the exact cooking instructions to the grill station.
Wow.
And the moment the steak was perfectly cooked, it just teleported back to the front counter, ready to serve.
That's amazing.
That is what a proxy route is doing. The front desk stays completely clear and lightweight, no matter how chaotic the kitchen gets in the back.
So the interface never lags.
Right. Rosari views this architectural separation as the project's masterstroke.
That makes sense.
It means the system relies on specialized independent services that already exist within the broader SYRAG ecosystem.
Which makes it scalable, right? I mean, if the AI module needs an upgrade, you just update the SYRAG Lab module.
Exactly. You don't have to tear down the entire user interface to do it.
And if one module crashes, it doesn't necessarily take the whole dashboard offline with it.
It is a highly resilient approach to software design.
Okay, so if the dashboard is acting as this ultra-efficient expediter, let's talk about the specific meals these back-end modules are actually serving up. We understand the architecture of the kitchen now, but what are the concrete functions Rosari outlines? Let's start with the content management and AI integration.
Yeah, so the web publishing flow described in the article is positioned as far more rigorous than just typing text into a blank box and hitting a publish button.
Oh, thank goodness.
Right. The system exposes operational endpoints that allow users to check the real-time status of their content.
Right.
It can mathematically validate that content before it is ever deployed and manage complex rollbacks and comprehensive version histories.
Wait, mathematically validates?
Yes.
It sounds like it is treating blog posts or like corporate updates with the same strict rigor that a developer uses when deploying software code.
There's a perfect way to describe it. You literally promote content from a secure staging environment to a live production environment.
And it goes beyond traditional web hosting on a standard server, doesn't it?
It does. The dashboard has built-in capabilities to publish content directly through IPFS and Pinata.
Okay, wait. I have to stop you there and push back a little bit.
Sure.
Publishing through IPFS. That stands for the Interplanetary File System.
It does.
That is decentralized distributed technology.
Yes, it is.
And Pinata, if I recall correctly, is a pinning service that essentially acts as the anchor to keep those decentralized files permanently available on the network.
You've got it exactly right.
Okay, but why in the world would a standard corporate dashboard need that level of robust distributed publishing tech?
I know it sounds intense.
Isn't that massive overkill for someone just trying to get a quarterly earnings blog post out? Like, why introduce that level of friction when a standard cloud server works perfectly fine 99% of the time?
It sounds like overkill until you look at the specific problem Rosari is arguing this system solves,
Which is?
the problem of digital permanence and trust.
Okay.
Think about how traditional web publishing works today. You publish an article on a standard corporate server. A week later, someone with administrative access can log in, change a few paragraphs to cover up a mistake, alter the publication date, and silently update the page.
Oh.
History has effectively been rewritten.
Wow. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Unless someone happened to save a screenshot or the Internet Archives crawled it at the exact right moment, there is very little trace of the original text.
It's completely mutable, it can be messed with, and nobody would be the wiser.
Exactly.
We've all been there, right? You publish something, realize there's a glaring typo in the second paragraph, and you scramble to do a silent ninja edit before your boss notices.
We certainly have.
Yeah.
But when you are dealing with corporate governance, legal compliance, or official public records, a silent ninja edit is a massive liability.
That's a really good point.
By connecting the content creation process to a publishing flow that utilizes IPFS, you are introducing strict immutability.
How so?
Well, IPFS uses what is called content addressing.
How does that work in practice, like for the user?
On a normal web server, the link to a page is based on its location, like a folder on a hard drive.
Right, like .com/about us.
Exactly. But with IPFS, the link to the file is derived mathematically from the actual content of the file itself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it creates a unique cryptographic hash.
Okay.
So if you go back and change even a single comma in that earnings report, the mathematical hash changes entirely.
Wait, really? Just a comma?
Just a comma. The old link will no longer point to the new document.
So it physically prevents tampering?
Yes.
You can't secretly swap out the content because the address itself is intrinsically tied to what the document said at the exact moment it was published.
That is the core argument the article makes for this architecture.
Wow.
It ensures that what is published and what the dashboard certified at the moment of deployment stays exactly as it was.
And the Pinata integration?
That just ensures that the mathematically verified file remains reliably accessible to the public.
That completely changes the context. You are building accountability directly into the infrastructure of the text.
Exactly. It's not just a publishing tool anymore.
No, it's a verifiable public record. And the article points out that artificial intelligence isn't treated as a separate, isolated tool here either, right?
Not at all. Rosari details that the dashboard routes actively support AI assistant functions.
Okay.
It integrates with various language models, diagnostic tools, chat interfaces, and data operations.
So you aren't opening a separate tab to consult a generative AI to summarize your notes.
Right. The AI is integrated into the coordination layer itself. It actively participates in the workflow before that content ever gets locked into IPFS.
But wait, knowing that the content is going to be locked in stone forever on a decentralized network actually creates a brand new problem.
What's that?
Well, if the content is permanently fixed, and if we are integrating AI that can generate incredibly convincing text or data in a matter of seconds.
Oh, I see where you're going.
Yeah, you had better be absolutely certain that the person who clicked publish was actually authorized to do so.
Definitely.
And that the AI didn't just hallucinate the facts. How does the system handle the human element?
That is the defining challenge of the current digital landscape, honestly. And it brings us to the sections of the dashboard dedicated to audit and identity.
Right, those other modules.
Yes. Rosari makes it clear that these are not just cosmetic labels added to a sidebar to make corporate clients feel safe.
They're actually doing something.
They are deeply functional components of the code.
The article mentions that the dashboard supports local audit reading, challenge and verification endpoints, and identity information module.
Yes, and this is where we have to look at those specific module names we listed earlier.
The SYRAG auth middle one.
Specifically, SYRAG auth middle and SYRAG time chain validator. Rosari notes the system integrates MITL and DITL concepts.
Okay, let's make sure we define those for the listener because the article throws them out there as foundational concepts.
Quite a view.
MITL stands for man in the loop.
Correct. Man in the loop is a framework where an automated system, or an AI, is never allowed to make a final critical decision on its own.
Okay.
A human being, the man in the loop, must review, verify, and cryptographically sign off on the action.
Got it. And DITL.
DITL stands for data in the loop, meaning that once the human verifies the action, that verified data feeds back into the system to improve the foundational baseline for the next task.
So when you look at a module called SYRAG auth middle, it means the authentication isn't just like checking a password.
Right.
It is verifying the exact digital identity of the human who is stepping into the loop to approve the AI's work or publish the document.
And that is where the SYRAG time chain validator comes into play.
Oh, right. What is a time chain exactly?
A time chain is essentially a sequential, immutable record of events over time. It's very similar to a blockchain, but specifically focused on stamping the precise temporal sequence of actions.
Okay, so let me get this straight.
Sure.
The human identity is verified.
Yes.
The human approves the content. And then the time chain validator stamps the exact millisecond that approval happened, locking that audit trail into the system permanently.
You nailed it. That's exactly how it works.
Wow. The article also mentions the dashboard acts as a secure communication hub, right?
It does.
It manages internal messages, routing emails, and handling newsletter workflows directly through the interface.
All in the same system.
So you are communicating through a system that has already inherently validated your identity and stamped your actions.
Exactly.
You aren't firing off an important corporate email from an unverified third-party client.
No. The communication is happening entirely within an ecosystem that can trace and validate the origin of the message.
Man, Rosari's analysis of the source code reveals a massive foundational focus on transparency, traceability, and digital identity validation.
It's woven into every part of the architecture.
Here's where it gets really interesting. When you step back and look at the whole picture, the ability to mathematically certify a page, publish it immutably via IPFS, trace the exact version history, manage the AI generation, and completely validate the digital identity of the specific human user pushing the buttons.
It's a lot.
It is. So what does this all mean? It means this isn't really a content management system at all.
What would you call it?
It's a trust management system.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, you've just articulated exactly why Rosari believes this software architecture matters so much.
Yeah.
We talked at the very beginning about that incredibly relatable feeling of sitting at your desk with a dozen tabs open.
Oh, yeah. The fragmented workspace.
Trying to manually carry data between platforms. What this specific system architecture does is collapse 5 massive, usually completely separate tools into one unified space.
Okay, let's list them out. Web publishing to decentralized networks.
That's 1, AI-assisted generation and workflows.
2, immutable audit trails and data validation.
3, secure communication and email management.
4, and finally, robust digital identity control and man-in-the-loop authentication.
5 discrete systems, acting as one seamless coordination layer for the operational side of a business.
That is incredible.
The author's main takeaway from exploring the actual code base is that the dashboard's true strength isn't just the sheer number of features it possesses.
Right, it's not just a feature dump.
Exactly. The real power is the consistency with which those features are connected through that modular proxy architecture we discussed earlier.
Because they're all speaking the exact same language.
Yes.
The AI module knows exactly who you are because the identity module already verified you. And the publishing module knows the content is safe to go live because the time chain validator already checked the human approval stamp.
Right. They are deeply integrated across the entire ecosystem.
Rather than just being bolted onto each other through, like, flimsy third-party plugins.
Rosari frames it as a comprehensive approach to digital governance.
I can see why.
The interface remains simple, but the back end is enforcing a very strict set of rules about how information is created, verified, and distributed.
So bringing this back to you, the listener.
Always a good idea.
The core takeaway from Maurizio Rosari's analysis of the SYRAG Web Dashboard is that it serves as a tangible software base. It proves complex digital governance does not actually require a dozen fragmented, disconnected tools.
It really doesn't.
Its strength lies in the consistency of connecting modular, highly specialized features, from decentralized IPFS publishing that prevents silent tampering to integrated AI that requires human validation all under one roof.
Beautifully said.
Thanks. I want to challenge you to look at your own digital workflows today. Think about the projects you are working on right now.
How many disjointed tools are you juggling to get a single piece of work out the door?
Exactly. And more importantly, how many of those individual tools completely lack this kind of integrated validation, time-stamping, and identity control?
Most of them, probably.
Yeah, probably. Are you working in an ecosystem of mathematically verifiable trust? Or are you just staring at a pile of open tabs hoping nothing slips through the cracks?
And to take that challenge one step further, I want to leave you with a final thought to ponder as you look at your own workflow.
Oh, what's that?
We've seen that this dashboard integrates local audit reading, cryptographic page certification, and strict identity validation right at the point of deployment.
Right.
Now, if you look at the other articles listed by this author in the source material titles like Compliance by Design and Navigating the 2026 AI Compliance Landscape,
Yeah.
it hints at a massive structural shift in how the internet itself operates.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
If comprehensive trust systems, like the SYRAG ecosystem, move from being specialized corporate tools to becoming the absolute standard for web deployment,
Wow, okay.
could we be looking at the foundation for a future where anonymous, unverified web content is entirely obsolete?
Well,
If this level of seamless integration between identity, AI, and immutable publishing becomes possible and widely accessible, will the internet eventually demand a verifiable digital fingerprint on every single page, article, and piece of media published?
it is a fascinating question to consider.
Isn't it?
Yeah. If the tools readily exist to mathematically prove exactly who you are, what you generated, and when you published it, choosing not to use those tools might soon be seen as a massive red flag in itself.
Absolutely.
Something to think about the next time you find yourself staring at that chaotic spread of disconnected browser tabs, wondering if there isn't a better, more secure way to trust the work we put out into the world.